Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to our channel. I'm Daniel. This is Jonathan. Today we're back with season 1, episode 2 of Alice in Borderland. Pretty big starting episode.
Crazy episode.
Kind of a crazy episode. I mean, early on we figured, okay, there's got to be some similarity to Squid Game, but I was kind of surprised that I see why it is similar, but I was surprised at how it is pretty different still. It's a unique take on it.
It's like reverse. Instead of the players getting gassed, it's like everybody who's not playing got gassed and disappeared.
We got like in a whole conversation about how that's happening, like alternate universe.
How can that happen? Yeah.
But it's but I like the concept of it, and I'm curious to hear more about like the selection process. If we're gonna hear more about who's in charge, like like the front man. It's gonna be hard not to compare it to Squid Game. If you haven't seen Squid Game, it's fine. But that's how we know to compare the two.
I think everybody's watched Squid Game.
Yeah, for the most part, probably.
Maybe. If you haven't, let us know in the comments.
Yeah, let us know. Maybe not. Maybe so we don't spoil anything.
Right.
But it's so I'm curious about that part, and then, but I like. It's kind of interesting how in this world you have these games that are played, and you have a guy who is just like naturally very good at these games.
Right. He's, Arisu's very smart. We saw that. He's a gamer.
And if all those books are him,
right,
then not only is he a good gamer, he's actually like super intelligent,
smart.
And our guess is like after losing his mom, maybe like his motives or like his like motivation kind of went away, and now he just plays games all the time. And his intelligence goes towards that.
Well, and that's how we were introduced to him, right? Was as a gamer. He's first scene we see him, he's playing a video game.
We think it's a war. Like, oh wow, we're into this thing.
Ready in the game. And so he's a gamer. And then I liked how everything kind of was a callback to the very first scene of him, right? He's playing video games, and then it shows those algebra or geometry books, whatever it was. And then it also shows those car magazines that he's into. And then later on in the game, it's like it's a math involved.
That was a cool way to show the two his interests.
Right. And then he uses the car, that BMW that he saw out front, to say, hey, it's this many car links, whatever. And
he knew exactly how long it was.
Yeah.
And he thought of that under pressure. And his friends knew that. And even before everything disappeared, like his friend told him, like, you need to find new friends.
Yeah.
Karube. Probably because they know, like, dude, you're a super genius, and like you're you're just hanging out with us, messing around.
Right.
Like, come on.
Exactly.
And his brother seems to be successful. So yeah. Last we saw, we see that there's other players in the game, and we learned about what do they call the 3-day grace period?
The visas.
Yeah, the visas. They get a 3-day visa, and I guess I'm assuming it's associated to the complexity of the game they just beat.
Right. Which, did they get to pick a card game? Or I think when they picked up a phone and they like logged in, it told them.
It just told them.
Right. Okay.
So maybe that's how everybody starts, something simpler.
Yeah.
But they saw another guy who gave up.
That was simple, but
that's the thing. It's like, how do you gauge the complexity?
If Arisu wasn't in there, I think it's a game of chance for anybody else.
So it is a game of chance, which 50, means 50. You don't need to have, like, because imagine if you're like in an escape room. You're not getting out unless you've solved the riddle.
Right.
This one, you can get out by just pushing a door.
True.
The riddle is whether or not you increase your chances of surviving.
Right.
So if they gauge the complexity and the number of clovers or whatever they do on the cards based off of how much brain power you put in, then yes, I could see this being easy, but still it's also hard.
Or is the complexity of the game derived from the amount of players? So for example, there was, oh no, would it make sense? There was 5.
Yeah.
I was gonna say 4, but no, you're right. Never mind.
I mean, we'll see.
Scratch that.
It kind of also panned out and it shows some girl on like a tower in the distance, like holding a card, and we were like, oh, and she looks like she's been doing this for a while.
Right.
Probably mastered the game. I don't know. She seemed confident.
Yeah, which I mentioned, is that Alice? But then we were later told on Patreon that Alice is actually the translation for Arisu's name.
Yeah, and what I didn't remember is if that was ever explicitly said in the show, or if that's something that you just kind of, if you speak Japanese, you just know that.
Right.
Arisu is like the Japanese way of saying. It's like Steven and Esteban.
True.
They sound totally different.
Yeah, but
they're the same name in different languages.
Or James and Santiago.
Exactly. That's probably a better example. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and hop in, guys. Before we do, please consider subscribing to our channel. Full link to access to all our Patreons, as well as early access to future episodes. You want to check those out. Looking forward to this one.
Yes.
So we're gonna go ahead and hop into episode 2.
Let's do it.
Here we go. Dude, rock climbers are crazy strong, dude.
Bro, yes. Was that free solo? Have you seen that?
Oh yeah. I struggle to watch it.
Oh, she's not by herself. Oh, is that the girl that from the first game?
He's not just holding her though. She's got to be.
No, she's
anchored.
definitely anchored somewhere. I think he's just.
Okay.
So
Did
she
we
uses
get
her
her
dad
name?
for motivation. Yeah. Ansua. Okay, so maybe she lost her dad and uses him as motivation, and where Arisu lost his mom and uses her as motivation, maybe.
Eventually,
and now
maybe
they pair up eventually and just.
But the difference is with this game is like they didn't choose to be there.
True.
So we saw them in their first game, so there is just a lot of confusion and panic.
Mm-hmm.
She seems pretty calm, which tells me that she's kind of then maybe this is at least her second or third game to be like.
Right.
But you have to know what the end game is to feel because if it's never ending, that panic will never go away.
Right. That's what another thing that we talked about in the end of the last episode is how do you beat this game? Like what's
you have to know. Like if you win 3 times, you're done.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but what do you get out of it?
Right. Is there
On
prize
top of
money?
Right.
And then if you're with a group of 3, like the 3 friends, if one beats it and the other 2 don't.
Well, if you don't beat it, you don't live, I guess.
Right. Oh, joyride. Keys still in the ignition.
Well, you can't if the electricity's out.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
But what you can do, if you look for older cars, some older cars don't use like computer chips, but really old. Oh, wait, what? What is it?
Food.
Oh, someone's food and it was all rotten.
Dang.
Does that mean we're like on day 2 or 3
Probably.
for it to be that rotten?
Bro, this is the mall. You can like go looting kind of.
Oh, yeah. So all chips.
ビデオカメラにデジタル時計、電子基板が入ってる電化製品は軒並み動かない。
What about analog? See?
Yep.
Right.
See you.
So same thing with older cars. You never know.
There's other players. Oh.
Or that.
お前だって電気もガスも使えねえだろ。
カセットコンロは使えるでしょ電池なら懐中電灯にも使えるし、あったかいもん食べたいじゃん。
This is what I was expecting right here. Have you ever seen Jimmy Neutron movie?
Oh, well,
They're like all the parents disappear and they're just like out and about.
just doing whatever. Last night.
ねえ、3人は何してたの？人が消えた時。
So we were all in a bathroom stall.
同じ個室でチャットしてた。
Oh,
ちょっと状況がよくわかんないんだけど。
he's too truthful.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
wait, did he disappear?
So then what? How does that look then from her perspective?
Right.
Oh.
He's a married
Was
man.
he's either married or she's married.
仕事、オフィスから人がいなくなってて。
なんか見たり聞こえたりしなかった。
Right, like did she like
Right.
feel him just What was that sound?
Electricity going out.
What would that sound like? Boom.
The
But even the water would go out?
部長？
No, I think she turned. Oh, that's her boss. It was-
No, I think the water just turned off too.
Mm.
覚えてない。ここに来たのが3日前で、みんなと同じようにわけわかんないままゲームに参加して、
Oh, wow.
私以外全員死んだ。
Oh,
That's
shoot.
without. This was her second game.
あんたが全員おとりに使ったんじゃねえのかよ。
何とでも言えばいい。私はただ生き残りたかった。
3 days ago, that what happened to her happened to them 3 days after.
Right.
So it happens at a different time for everyone.
おかしくないか。
They all have
こ
something
の
in
世の中の人間がいな
common.
くなったの昨日だよな俺たちは。
You're right. You see.
でもしぶきさんは3日前。なんでずれてる？
Hmm.
時間の経ち方が普通と違うのかも。
え？
よくわかんないけど。でも私たちの間で人が消えたタイミングがバラバラだってことは確かよね。
俺たちトイレの中でタイムスリップしたのかな。
ありえねえだろ。
このゲームに関してまずはっきりしてることはゲームマスターがいるってことで、こっちの動きを把握してビザが切れたらレーザーで頭を打ち抜く。
Yeah, they gotta track movement somehow.
人間にできんのか。
やっぱり合衆国政府的な。
うちの会社で噂聞いたことあって、北欧の IT 企業から委託されて VR 空間の中に現実と全く同じ世界を作る実験をしてるって。
And it's the real world for him.
そんな
At
や
that
けど
burn.
VR じゃないよな。
神様だよ。神様の仕業だよ。じゃないとこんなの無理だ。
くだらねえこと言うな。
I wonder if he's getting an infection.
Right.
He's sweating.
使って我慢してたんだろうけど限界だ。
明日の夜、二人でゲームに参加しないか。
え？まだビザ3日もあんのに。
少しでも余裕があるとき、ゲームに慣れた方がいい。多分。
Oh,
次回
because of
は
the
足の悪
friend.
い長太を連れてゲームをクリアしなきゃいけない。
That's assuming there's an end to it, you know?
Right.
俺たち二人でゲームをクリアできるようにならないと、この先長太を守れねえ。
ゲームやれば傾向とか探れっかもな。
傾向って？
Their MO.
The game
このゲームの
master.
開発者がいるとしたら
Yeah.
そいつの特徴みたいなのが絶対にある。それが分かればゲームの攻略法だってつかめるかもしれない。
Oh,
Oh, these different
these are all the
game
different
sites.
game stations, maybe?
That's my guess. And they can go to it whenever they want within the visa time.
Mm-hmm.
すみません。東京の人ってどこ行っちゃったんですか？
Oh, he's his first day. You have a military
あの
man.
これって
こんなに人いる。
医者いるかな。
Oh, they came after
Oh,
all.
but what happens if there's only one phone left when they two showed up? That was my other
Alright.
question.
Oh, maybe these buildings get electricity, so while he's waiting, he's charging.
Smart. What level is it, you think?
I'm gonna say 5.
I'm gonna go 7. Oh, 5, you're right.
Unfazed. See?
スペードの5？フィジカルゲームだ。体力が物を言う。
Oh, that's why she started
2度目
stretching.
だ。よろしく。
Oh, okay. So
Physical
then,
game.
意味が。
トランプのマークごとに大まかなゲームのジャンルが決められている。クラブはチーム戦、ダイヤは頭脳戦、ハートは一番厄介なやつらしい。
Oh, you didn't tell him.
人の心をもてあそぶ裏切りのゲーム。
Oh,
数字は？
難易度だ。大きい数字ほどクリアするのが難しくなる。
tag.
oh,
Oh gosh.
starting when?
Whoever's it at the end dies.
制限時間内にマンションの一室にある陣地を見つけタッチすることができたらクリア。制限時間20分。
Oh. And they can't leave the building.
Bro. Oh my god. I'm nervous already.
Maybe if you're, does that mean everybody could potentially survive except whoever's,
Is it?
or if you don't make the room?
我らの笑顔は神の写しみ。
神様信じてるんだ。
俺は信じてないっす。母ちゃんが昔からずっと宗教にハマってて、
Cult.
そのせいで学校じゃいじめられて、アリスとカルベが助けてくれた。
So they go way back.
いい友達なんだね。
家は貧乏だし得意なことなんかなくて
Well, he came out to something.
こんなことになって助けてもらってばっかで。
人は自分より下のやつとつるみたがる。安心だからこれがあるんだよ。
Man,
Oh,
あい
she's
つらは
gonna
違う。
gonna kiss him.
That's what I'm wondering.
死ねるの
but had she played this game, or had he played
Oh,
this
yeah.
game, the
He would've
tag
been
game?
yeah.
Yeah.
頼りになるのは自分だけ。
So she plays it solo.
Man, she's a rock climber. I can see her like, yeah,
Just-
like hanging over to the top of one and letting go and catching the next one or something.
Yeah.
スタート位置が選べるなら
High
ここ
ground.
しかないでしょ。しぶきさんは人に裏切られてばっかだったんですね。ろくなやつと出会ったことないんだ。
そうだよ翔太くんと同じでしょ
違うよ。
辛いよね
Bro, I don't know if she wants to kiss him or kill him, bro. I'm like confused.
I'm like,
Which one is
there's
it?
tension there. I know.
Yeah.
It's, you don't want to pin yourself to a corner. Oh.
What is this?
Did she actually do what I said she might?
Mm-hmm. And if is the tag is a gunshot. Oh, I was gonna say, is the tag does the tag kill you?
That's what I was wondering. Do you get tagged or do you get killed when they tag you?
Bro.
Where'd that shot come from directionally? Above him? Oh, there you go. I was going to say, is it that guy?
Yep, and it was above him and it tagged him, killed him. What does he look like?
I know.
Oh.
Oh, he has like a little, what are they called? Like a submachine.
Oh,
What?
it's a horse. Oh, that's why they played the horse music. The horse race music at the beginning.
But he seems that he just walks. So
Yeah.
I feel like you can outrun him.
Right. Oh, maybe he is just walking. Go down the stairs.
Okay.
信じていいあの時本当は上司とやってたんだ
Oh, she's telling him the
Okay.
truth.
本当嫌なやつだった
Oh, was she?
仕事してたんじゃ。
Maybe she says I was.
仲間でもないやつらに
Gotta keep her
本当のこ
job.
と話す必要ある
I feel like there's motive behind her doing this, right?
I feel so too because he's by himself.
He's by himself. He's
Vulnerable.
weaker.
Oh, he got both of them. He's gonna get both of them. Jump! Oh, I forgot about that.
You know,
Oh my gosh.
I feel like that's a better way to go, though. Like, wouldn't you say? Like,
Yeah,
let the
laser to the
laser,
head.
and it's just like versus
Oh man.
3 gunshots. You may not die right away.
Oh, they can see him.
That's good.
決方法がねえのか
こんなの考えてクリアできるゲームじゃねえだろ。
考えられずちょっと考
I was gonna say, like, how do you think? Oh, I was gonna say he can probably see.
Can he
you.
shoot through the wall?
攻略の糸口があるかもしれない。
Stay in his out of his view.
みんなおい、鬼は今2階の中央ブロックにいる鬼がマスクのせいで視界が悪いみんなで鬼の場所を教え合って手分けして
I guess that's how you could do it. Work together.
いいアイディアだけど答えてくれるやつはいないよ
Yeah, it's just very like
Okay, so they are helping each other out.
Oh, shoot. Dang.
Well, that was a close call for her.
He's also smart, and he's in a spot where he can see the whole game, you know? But he has to find a room.
Oh, how did he?
Oh. God, that little gun is crazy.
Yeah.
Dang. He obviously can't get you if you stay low. But
Yeah.
he just froze up, I guess. So what's his
Game plan, yeah.
See, you have to all work together to like try all the floors.
Yeah. Gotta do like a sweep. Oh, don't do it.
いや、所詮人間だ。射撃は基礎的だな。元自衛官か警察官ってところか。
But so am I.
持ってきました。
Oh, that's how he survived.
He's tagged though. What is
Yeah. Are they both military?
鬼を狩るぞ。
that? He's with them.
So if you take out that guy, that you could win the
お
game
前は
that
陣
way.
地を見つけてこい。
わかった。上から見てくる。
アリス
やめとけ。他に方法がない。
5階の南ブロックと6階の南と東は確認した。
They're like, where'd she come
手
from?
分けして陣地を探そう。
まだ1階と2階は確認できてない。
了解。行ってみる。
Oh,
Bro,
so she's.
she's bad, bro. I like her.
Oh, heck yeah, that's sick. There's probably guns in the city, and those would still work, right?
True. I mean, his is.
That's.
Oh, bro, what if he knows and he turns around to his friend instead? He just gave him up.
No.
Ah, bro, he set him up. This guy maybe is
He can
military.
fight. I don't know if that's gonna really hurt him.
What if he tries to take his mask off? Choke him out?
Oh!
He did. He stabbed him.
Ah!
Ooh.
And he went for the right shoulder. Or his right arm.
Oh, that's right. That's. Oh, machete.
Okay.
He is a fighter, they said.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
he got him. He got him a little bit.
I forgot he could fight a little bit. That's where he was shooting from. He didn't hit the door.
なんで離れたとこから撃ってきた。
Lest the symbol was close.
That door. He didn't want him to get in that door.
君も気づいた。
Oh, that's why he was watching
部
it.
屋が陣地だ。
So this is another smart guy, maybe?
Does he?
開けないの？
Is he afraid the bomb's gonna blow up?
かけてきた。ここで待ってればいいのに。まだ何かありそうだね。でも開けないと。
He's thinking there's something else to this.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he's another person playing the game, and if he lets somebody come in here, he loses or loses somebody.
Behind you.
Oh, shoot.
There's another freaking horse. Oh, that's what he was
charging. Okay, you got to pair up with this guy too.
Right? What is that?
He probably gets one charge. Oh, shoot. Oh, he locked himself in the room with the bomb, maybe? Push both buttons at the same time. He needs someone else.
Oh.
Unless you're not tall enough. That girl.
Oh,
she
yeah,
can
climb
climb on
through
the
the windows.
outside.
Oh, no, it's that guy.
She's gonna run in and they're gonna push the button right before he gets shot. Woo! Yeah, that was
so
close.
Let's go. Let's
Oh
go.
man, this girl's crazy, dude. No. No. God.
Beautiful. Beautiful work.
Just come help him. So apparently the blonde guy, he just stays out of the way.
Yeah, and that's how he wins. Wait for it to...
There you go. There you go.
Now
Take the
go.
gun. Take the gun.
Press the buttons quick.
Wow.
Oh, 1 second, bro. Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Bruh.
Did they save everybody in the building? They
That was
did.
alive. Oh, she's got a...
What's that gonna do?
Blow her head off. Oh,
Dude, she put up a fight for being
You were right. They both are... Wait, that means the other guys had it, or other
probably
horses.
a player too, yeah.
こいつも
Man.
誰かにゲームをやらされたのか。
Did he have a radio on him?
That's what it sounds like. Maybe he had friends. They found old radios that work with batteries.
おい、聞こえるか？おい、答えてなんだ？ビーチ。
Go back to the beach. He needs to get back bandaged up too.
Oh, this guy left him. And he took the Mac 10.
Yeah.
Does he have a mic or thing too? Walkie-talkie.
I don't know. It was just that one. And why did he have it?
Ah, bro, that was such a good episode.
It
though.
was. I have more questions.
Oh man,
Dang, that was good though. That was good.
that was.
Different type of game. More people. So it's good to assume that everybody who's playing, wearing a mask, whatever, everyone
Or
who's
not,
playing
yeah.
is every person so far that we've seen is part of the game.
Yep.
To one way or another. But is there some sort of strategy in play, like to team up or to run solo? It seems like everyone's kind of found their strategy.
Right.
The blonde guy seems to be pretty smart. He's been there long enough to figure out. I guess some other games had other people
Mm-hmm.
who like they make him go against each other. So like he had for his protection, he
Built a taser.
built a taser that he charges. I guess whenever like the lights turn on, he goes straight to it, starts charging the thing.
He knows.
Yeah. And then, so that's his whole approach. But then like some other guys, like the military guy, looked like he had at least one guy with him.
But okay, so that was terrible the way he just set him up to die. So
See, that's what I'm wondering. Where's the strategy?
They were like partners. Well, I think they're partners. They were apparently they have a group of friends outside as well. And I think this was smart too, to go into the game separate from your friends.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like they did. They left
Like stagger.
Chota and that girl behind.
Right.
They went into this game, and that's probably what other people are doing. That's why they have this walkie-talkie. They have this answer now that they can go back to the beach. What if this is all like a big, what did you call it? Puzzle, and they have to find answers, and that's how they get out.
Right. Or like they form alliances and like they stagger their visa days. So like while we're in there playing the game,
Mm-hmm.
they're out
Trying to find
something, like especially because I guess when all the like games come on, something is triggered somewhere. There's got to be like a command center.
Right.
You know, maybe they're looking for something like that.
Yeah, and some of those buildings have power.
Right. And so then maybe, you got to use that to your advantage somehow. Now Alice, Arisu, and Karube. They didn't like they only staggered because their friend was hurt.
Right.
And so like if we can get in here, no, but the friend's gonna have to play a game.
But still, that's the strategy, right?
Yeah.
Now, if they could just find out a way to say, hey, these are the physical games. These are, which they do. They know by the cards, but they can figure out where the games are going to happen that are not physical.
That's the other thing.
Chota go.
For instance, okay, that building they were just in was obviously retrofitted. I guess not as much. The only thing retrofitted is that they put a bomb in there and they locked all the doors. So it didn't take that much time or effort.
Right.
The first game was very intricate. You had flames. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there was more that went to it.
Mm-hmm.
But does that mean that is that building going to be used again as a game later on, as the same game or a similar game?
I wonder. It could be. I mean, it's definitely something that gets put together by somebody, by a group of people.
Right.
Right.
But it was done forever ago, because we don't know how long this thing goes, because like there's only so many buildings.
Definitely not forever ago, because you would have considering the fact of the potential time travel and things happening differently for others.
Yeah.
That whole time jump that we talked about for that girl who was with her boss.
Mm-hmm. It had been already
3 days. For them, it had only been 1.
Right.
So the time difference is different for everybody. Excuse the redundance there, but
yeah.
But nonetheless, does that mean also that, you know, these games, if that bomb was placed in that building 7 days ago, was it by people who 5 days ago will then be in the games, or, you know? Right.
Like because that could kind of explain if there's some sort of a time element, something to this, then that would kind of explain how they're able to like prep these buildings. Cause like so many days go by and all these, like, it seems like every night buildings are going to light up. They can't every single day set up these lights, these buildings.
Right.
It's like they're all pre-set up, I guess.
Yeah, because then you have people that are scattered around, whatever, that would, that building we played at or whatever, or, you know, just visuals and people around, right?
Right. Like if you, like that guy who'd won like 5 games in a row, you start to pick up a pattern, or you find something.
Right.
So I'm surprised, considering he was on his fifth game, I don't know if he just got lucky, or you think he'd be way more prepared. Like it makes sense for like the military guy to still be around.
Right.
His whole tactic is attack whoever's.
Right. Which
that worked for this game.
Yeah, that real estate agent, you're right. After 5 games, how did he lose the mojo here on this one?
Yeah, he kind of died a little easy. He was just following the other guys. Maybe that was his thing. He'd follow other people and kind of ride on their coattails.
Right. And then also, I mean, the horse people, right?
Yeah.
Horsemen, if you will call them, horse lady. But they were given instruction, right? Now, with this instruction, was it, hey, you can't run, you have to walk? Because how easy would it have been for the horse person to just run around trying to find people and kill everybody? But then they also had to strategize. So I think within the 2 minutes before the game started, they found out who was it. They had to go somewhere, get the mask, whatnot, and then strategize.
Right.
And part of that strategy was really good. Keep one of those horse people inside the room.
So if anybody gets in there, shoot them.
Then you shoot them, and it's like,
and it makes sense, because I was even thinking like, why are they waiting? Just shoot. But if they're just a regular person, like, you're gonna second guess like shooting someone, another person. So that's why they kind of took their time, enough time for them to turn around and duck.
Right.
So that's true too, man.
Dang. There was this episode was really good. It's fun to watch.
Yeah, it was wild. There's some weird thing going on with the girl that stayed back with Choto guy.
Yeah, well, also that cult, obviously, you know, there's different types of cults. I think this is one where, you know,
but something traumatized. I mean, he saw his mom,
you know,
and I don't know how much he understood as a kid, but maybe as he got older, he did learn to understand.
I think that, and then the fact that, you know, she's coming on to him and what's going on.
Right.
He kind of, I think that triggered that memory of what he saw his mom. And I don't know, I'm not trying to say he was like naive all this time, but he
maybe
thought back onto, that's what my mom was doing.
Right. But it could also be he associated, because remember they made the joke early on that you're like not dying a virgin. And so maybe
he's not now.
We don't, maybe. Well, we don't really know. We're assuming, yeah.
Right.
But like maybe he always associated that with
The bad memory.
like the bad memory, right? The PTSD he had,
Right.
Like he was scarred a little bit.
Yeah, but
her reasoning for that, like, it could be as simple as like, but she even said she was with the boss and hated it.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to assume, I don't know if she had a motive with her boss or if there are a forceful nature there. I don't really know.
Right.
But then it didn't seem like that because she just met these guys.
Right, and she did it willingly. Like it was
For this
there
one.
which is what I mentioned. Kind of when it kept kind of going back and forth, and she was like talking to him. I don't know. It was like I feel like she wanted to kiss him, but then I could also see where like
weird.
Did she want to like strangle him at the same time? I didn't know.
It's like I'm gonna come on to you, but only because I could tell I can manipulate you, and it's only as a strategy later on. Maybe they play another game, and she's gonna like he's gonna sacrifice himself for her or something like that. Like there's
that could be too. You know, because she told him, you know, now you know my secret and I can trust you, right? So you build that trust through her ways. And then when it comes to it, she uses that into his advantage because they mentioned that, you know, what was your game? And she said everybody was in the subway getting, you know,
the
poisonous gas.
Yeah.
And then I think right before that they said, oh, you used them as decoys or something like that. Or
right. So you use them as bait or something like that. And he was like, say what you want. Because that's kind of what she was getting at in the first game.
Right.
Like just have people go randomly.
Right. Yep. So maybe that is her strategy is, you know, manipulate, build trust, fake trust. And, you know, we saw it with the military guy with that friend. He built the trust that we're going to attack him.
And the guy was like, okay.
He let him be the bait, and then he let him get killed, which
that's whenever the real estate agent was talking about the different games and he said the heart when you rip people's hearts out.
Yeah.
I assumed it was something like that. Like they make people team up and then they make them choose.
Go against each other.
Something like that, you know? Crazy. Well, a lot of twists, still a lot of questions. It's hard to say how much, because obviously there's a sci-fi element to this. There has to be, but it's not like super, like everything else is pretty grounded. The rest of the show, right? There's not like people floating around like, you know, crazy stuff. So it's pretty grounded except for the concept of how they get to where they are and how everyone is getting there at different times and where are they? Because
how does this game work?
Because like this is where it gets all trippy. If you think about the three guys that disappeared,
right?
The car accident happened. They went to the stall, came out, the car is still just parked there, right?
Right.
So they witnessed the car accident happen, and they come out and the cars are there. I guess the car accident could have happened, and then the cars were still stuck there for 2 weeks whenever they finally came back in, and the cars were still there. Okay, so never mind. That kind of explains that. Meaning, like, I was gonna say they saw it happen, and then they got transported here. So meaning they saw it in real time as it was happening, but those cars were parked there for so long. We don't know how long. And then whoever went to the other car found the fruit in there. It was already rotten. Yeah. So the cars aren't going to move. They're just going to stay there. So from everybody else's perspective, whether they went, like, think of that girl when she came out, she saw those same two cars, let's just say, like crashed. To her, she just sees two cars parked there. But that, from her perspective, that happened 4 days ago. When they come out, from them, it happened 5 days ago and 7 days ago, and so on and so forth.
I think it also is because she mentions this. She was brought here 3 days ago, right?
Yeah.
So was it different for her being brought to that city where they're at? What was it? Shibuya district?
Yeah.
Station. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Was it different for her?
But I think they're
getting
the city
brought
of
there?
Tokyo. I thought. Maybe not.
Yeah, depending the setting, it sounded like she was brought there is what she said, right? I was brought here 3 days ago.
But we saw her in the shower, lights turned off, water turned off, and then she turns around and he's gone. And at that point, I'm assuming she's there.
In that city.
Right, but she was already in that room.
Okay, so then if that is the case, let's just say they're all in the same city. You know, that subway station, let's just say to make this, you know, a little bit more realistic or believable, that hotel room that she was in is a mile away from that district, from that subway station, right? So 3 days ago when she disappeared, meaning the shower went off, that bed wasn't made, all that, if they were to somehow 3 days ago gone to that same hotel, would that hotel bed be made and fixed up, or would it still be messy, right?
Let me think. So if I see what you're saying.
Like if they're in the same setting.
So I think like she was there 3 days earlier. So then like she's there. So this is what it was. So it's like if she had walked out of her room and walked over to that subway station where they were in the stall and just stood in that bathroom.
Right. Which
and just sat there and waited. 3 days later, where they just like pop up in that stall.
Right. Exactly.
Right. Something like that.
Where's the time? Jump and how does the time work in this space?
They just bring you in whenever they need to bring you in.
And could it be that players get brought in when others die and get left?
So then for those guys, the fruit's a little bit rotten. So it's been like 4 or 5 days. But then is there some point in the game where you come in and they're seeing like completely rotted food?
Right.
And every like store you go to, everything's way expired. Like it's been months.
Right.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Then it gets weird. Because then what do you eat? I guess canned food can last forever, but I don't know. That part's crazy. And I don't know if we'll get answers to that, but hopefully we do. Because that part
so too.
is intriguing.
It was a very good episode. Again, I loved it. I enjoyed this one.
Yeah, it was good. I'm hooked.
And one more comparison. Squid Games, episode 2, season 2 also had someone wearing a horse mask. So
yeah, that is a random connection. That is true. All right, well, that's all we got for today, guys. Good episode. We enjoyed that. But if you enjoyed it as well, please consider subscribing to our channel. Full link to access over on our Patreon, as well as early access to future episodes. You want to check those out. But we'll be back next week with episode 3. So until then, we will catch you on the next one. Peace.